Hey guys, Engineer Wannabe here. We were having a few technical issues, or I was having a few technical issues. I hope it's all resolved, but we're here. We're gonna hopefully not run into that again. And hopefully, yeah, we'll have a good chat tonight. But I am joined by my friends Sam and Keith tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. Um, and in the chat, we have a few regulars. We have Peter. Good to see you, Peter. Thanks for joining us. And Paul. Paul, good to see you for the first time. uh, First time live. Good to see you. And a couple of others. Chime in, guys. Let us know what you're wearing on your wrist tonight. And yeah, how about you, Sam? What are you wearing on your wrist?
So I'm wearing the Locker Augsburg Blanc 39 mils.
Sweet, with the Miota.
Yep, with the
Yeah, Sam was just before he got on showing us how he plays with the rotor.
yeah.
Spins it around.
Which I learned something. Sam believes that when it spins fast, it's not winding the watch, which I didn't
No,
realize.
no, it's not winding the watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And the reason there's no tension, right? So since it's unidirectional,
Okay.
when it spins the other way, it just has no resistance and it just spins on its bearings constantly.
Oh, okay.
Which is also where you get rotor wobble because you have a asymmetric weight spinning around on your wrist, and so it feels like a phone vibrating on your wrist almost.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of how vibration motors work in phones and controllers, game controllers, stuff like that. Hey, there we go. Fun fact of the stream.
Fun fact, totally fun.
Yeah. Keith, are you frozen?
I'm here.
No,
Can you hear me?
You're good. You're good. Okay. Yeah. What are you wearing on your wrist?
I am wearing my usual, the Laurier Neptune.
Very nice.
I'm still kind of babying the Oris, so
Yeah.
So this is what I'm wearing for now.
Yeah. So your Oris doesn't come out during the weekends?
One day.
Yeah. I am wearing my rebought Oris Aquas Clean Ocean. The same thing Keith has. Yeah. It was kind of didn't expect to buy it, but I kind of felt like I was going to get it. This was actually the watch Keith was about to buy from my AD because I referred him to my AD, but then my AD didn't get back to Keith, so I had an open door to go see it again.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
could have easily called, but that made me second guess. I'm like, let me try and get one from America first,
yeah,
from the U.S.
yeah. So I picked it up. I traded the Seiko Steelmaster, so I was okay with letting that go, even though I think that watch is better finished. The bezel and the QC was pretty garbage. The movement I don't think is as good as a SW200, so I think this was a good buy to replace the Seiko. But I'll probably eventually get the Steelmaster in a different configuration at some point. But yeah, we'll see. So this is my rebuy, which also brought up the topic that we're going to be talking briefly tonight. We'll talk about other stuff, but
well, it's interesting because on Amin and Bobby Lake stream, sometimes they'll say that they don't like having the same watches as the other guys.
right.
That doesn't bother me at all. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I should say it would bother me, I guess, if there were strangers and a lot of people had the same watch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I kind of wouldn't want to have that watch. But if it's a good friend of mine, like you are, Keith, I would be happy to have the same watch as a group of friends.
We were debating on who has a better case back because the case backs are have a variety of plastic colors on them. I think. Well, I was leaning towards you have the better one, and you were leaning towards I have the better one. So.
Yeah, yeah. For those of you who don't know, the Clean Ocean has a reclaimed plastic case back. So there's a medallion made of reclaimed plastic from the ocean, and it's pretty cool. In Boswell World 2019, they had a block of this stuff. Like I think they just put the piece of the plastic, put it in resin, and then they slice off pieces of them. And so each case back is unique. So it's really, really cool. I'm not sure how it's going to wear. Well, one of my questions about this was, in 30 years, what's it going to look like?
Oh yeah,
Is it
true.
going to be just crumbling off, or? But yeah, sorry to give you another sleepless night.
Just what I need.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's what I'm wearing on my wrist. Let's go see what you guys in the chat are wearing. Um, all we need is John, Peter, Paul, and John. Mark, Matthew, Luke. Kyle, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Peter is wearing his EFV 100. I'm not sure what that is. Are you guys familiar with that?
No.
Casio
Not really. I can check it out now.
EFV 100.
I think it's an edifice model.
Oh, okay. Yep. I have seen that around. Very nice. Joseph, good to see you. Bobby, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a good birthday, if it is today. If not, happy early or belated birthday. Watch Habit, good to see you as well. Thanks for joining us. Paul is wearing his father's 36mm Omega Constellation. Ooh,
Tuning.
I think, he's mentioned that on my channel a few times. It's a very interesting piece. I have mixed feelings about that. I like both the Satori Ballard and the Jaeger Benzinger, but I feel funny buying a watch that Amin and Bobby have. Oh, okay. I can understand that. Yeah, you know what? I could see that as well. I mean, if Amin or Bobby, I mean, Bobby is kind of a more personal friend of mine since we do that stream. But if Amin and Bobby and all those guys, if I did a personal stream with them, if they were like personal friends, I think it would be okay with me. But I do see what you mean. Like if it's just someone you know of, then I might not enjoy wearing the same watch they have. But doesn't bug me that much. Jeffrey, good to see you. He's wearing his Marine Master 300. Very nice. Kevin, good to see you as well. Thanks for joining us as usual. What are you wearing? Run with his G-Shock with heart rate monitor. Oh, I didn't know they did that. Cool. Very nice. All right. So jumping into the main topic, or the first topic, let's say, is Bobby. Bobby gave me another $5. Bobby, you shouldn't be doing that. He's wearing his Black Bay 58 with a new waffle rubber strap. Thanks, Bobby, for your support. But seriously, don't do that. But yeah, beautiful. I love the Black Bay 58. It looked really good on the leather last time. He had it on a pilot style leather. That was really nice. Luke, wearing his Fortis Flieger F39. Very interesting. Thanks for joining us, Luke. Okay, so rebuying watches. We kind of discussed this yesterday, maybe the day before. You guys have not really been ever rebought anything, but I know, Sam, you've mentioned that you've regretted selling a few pieces that you've had, but you moved on. And yeah, so do you want to tell us about that? What kind of pieces have you sold that you regretted?
Yeah, so mainly the pieces that I've sold and I regretted is the Seiko Alpinist, and I think it's because I went for the wrong Seiko Alpinist configuration. So this was the new one. So this was the cream dial Alpinist.
Okay.
And yeah, and the thing is, I really like the black dial Alpinist, but I don't know why I didn't go for the black dial. I went for the cream dial because I think maybe the dial was, I wanted a brighter dial. But then, I started wearing it, and the strap on the cream Alpinist is actually very, it's almost like shell Cordovan, but it's not. Like it's like 98% similar to shell Cordovan, and then it was so dressy that I wasn't wearing it as much as I thought I would. So I actually I sold it, and now I want to purchase either a Black Alpinist or the original Sabo 17. So that's probably one of my regrets in selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I actually had that cream dial alpinist for a short while as well. I could not stand the Cyclops eye. I took I I tried to heat it up and remove it. I tried to use a knife and kind of with the hammer kind of like chip it off. I tried everything. I couldn't get it off. But yeah, I do understand that strap. It actually looks, to me, it looked really cheap. The strap, because it's not really shell cordovan. It looked like patent leather, like just plastic. It just felt like plastic. And yeah, I didn't like that one there. But the watch itself was really good, save for the Cyclops eye. But yeah, is that the only one you've really sold? Did you end up picking up the Black Alpinist after that, or?
I didn't end up picking up the Black Alpinist, but yeah, I'm kind of conflicted. Either the Black Alpinist, I like the Sharktooth Alpinist, or the Sabo 17.
Yeah.
I think the second one I can go on about is I actually purchased two or three cocktail time Presages, and I think back then I didn't go for the one I really liked, but I went for the ones that were just a steal price. So the first one was the old-fashioned time, which was the gold case, the gold-plated case, and I kind of realized I dislike having a gold-plated case, and then I purchased the cocktail time Presage in the configuration with the power reserve indicator, and I got bored of it. I got bored of the the way it played with the light during dark settings. It didn't stand out as much. It was dull. So that one is the one with the green seconds hand. So it's one of those cocktail times. But the one I really wanted was the Black Cat Martini. That's the one I really wanted. And I probably should have gone for that. So yeah. That's the story.
Yeah, I hear you. So you've never actually gone full circle and bought something back yet, which is good.
No.
It might come, but since it seems like you've already graduated from, I don't mean to say like they're bad watches, but you kind of moved on from them. It almost seems like, so maybe you won't purchase something like that again. But let's run into the chat real quick. Kevin S with another quip. Someone needs to support my Tudor Oil habit. Oh, Kevin, your comments are really crack me up during Amon's and Bobby's streams. I really like them. Yeah, Sam, your audio was coming in and out a little bit. Kevin was asking if it was Tim Hortons. It's actually McDonald's. Brought to you by tonight's stream. Is brought to you by McCafe. Try our premium dark roast.
And if you click on the link below, it'll.
Yeah, no, it's Tim Hortons coffee. I actually don't like. I don't like their coffee. I think McDonald's coffee is better. That's me being a Canadian. Withered Manscape. We are live. Yes, thanks for joining us. Kevin also said those should always have a collar up type strap. Yeah, the Alpinist on a collar up style, weathered kind of distressed strap would be really nice. OG Cocktail Time is cool. It really is. It's a little thick though. I don't know if you guys noticed. The 6R15 Cocktail Time SARB 065. It's kind of weird on my wrist. It didn't sit too well. Oh, there you go. Paul had it. Hated myself after selling it, but felt large on my wrist at 19 centimeters. I love the watch, but couldn't afford to buy it back. Those I don't know what those go for right now. Luke says Tim Hortons coffee is horrible. It really is. You kind of have to douse it with cream and douse it with sugar to even enjoy it, and then your mouth feels like an ashtray. So I like their iced coffee though. But I'm not sure what the cocktail time, the original SARB 65 is going for right now. I don't think it has hit $1,000, but I really wouldn't spend that kind of money on
Really
that.
shouldn't be.
Yeah. Used to love him when I lived in Canada. I think they changed. Their coffee supplier must have changed. There was a drastic change at some point. It used to be good. It's not anymore. Not that I'm a coffee connoisseur. I really don't like coffee that much, but it's a good pick me up, as they call it. So, Keith, have you haven't sold many watches or any
I haven't
watches?
sold any watches.
Yeah.
I feel like I do the agonizing and contemplating before I buy the watch, whereas you seem like you're someone that might buy a watch on a whim.
Yeah.
So I think that cuts down on the rebuy. But the rebuy is interesting because to think of the process of not liking the watch enough to keep it, so
Yeah.
you sell it, and then you've already had it once. There's thousands of watches out there you haven't experienced yet. You want that same exact one that you chose to sell back, and the whole thing is pretty wild if you think about it. So I'm surprised. I was actually surprised you rebought the Oris that you did.
Yeah. Well, hang on a second. I'll answer you. We've got Eric who just came on. Eric, good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, I got caught at work. Somebody called in, so I had to come in and fill in. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Thanks for joining us. Today we're talking a bit about rebuying watches. I don't know if you've ever done that before. Have you sold anything that you regretted and wanted back? Have you ever done that?
I just did that. I bought a Sumo Blumo last
Oh,
week.
okay. Cool.
That's my second. Yeah, the first generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I just did that last week.
Oh, really?
That's funny.
There you go. First time or?
About the 20th time I rebought something, maybe.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. So you're
yeah, a lot of times I sell stuff to fund other things, and I plan on buying it later because it's still available. So
right.
That's the reason.
Yeah. I hear you there too, because that's kind of one of the reasons why I've ended up rebuying stuff or selling stuff. I think the first time I sold the Clean Ocean, this is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the Oris Clean Ocean.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. The first time I sold it was actually when I traded it towards the El Primero. So I was holding the El Primero, and I was thinking, well, I can get rid of the Clean Ocean. But in my mind, it was just I didn't think about buying it back again. I was mainly thinking about the El Primero, and it was right there in front of me. And I thought, the Clean Ocean. If I sacrifice the Clean Ocean, I can have the El Primero, and that's a worthwhile sacrifice, a worthy sacrifice. So out went the Clean Ocean, and as you guys may know, I don't have the El Primero anymore, and the Clean Ocean did come back. The main reason he came back was Keith was really interested in the Clean Ocean, and that brought back a lot of memories with the Clean Ocean. So I was thinking about the Clean Ocean a lot, and I pointed Keith toward my AD, who still had a brand new one in stock according to their website, and that deal didn't go through with Keith. And I thought, hey, that's a chance for me to get it back. I didn't really think about getting it back, but eventually, I went in and I traded the Seiko Steelmaster, mainly because of the misaligned bezel. I was okay with letting that go. Who knows if that'll come back? But the Clean Ocean is one of my recent rebuys. Yeah, Kevin, this is the 39.5 millimeter version. and it fits well. I feel it's 1 millimeter thicker, if I'm not mistaken. Kate, it's 1 millimeter thicker than the regular
Right.
regular Aquas 39.5.
hmm
So it's kind of a beast. It's 14
Yeah.
millimeters thick. Um, I've been considering buying a regular case back and swapping it out. Maybe that would thin it out a little bit. You're
Don't
shaking your
do
head.
it.
Well, why not? That'll preserve the piece of plastic garbage on the back of
Well,
it.
I'm surprised you're willing to do that because you just mentioned you had the Alpinist that you tried to get the Cyclops off. To me,
Yes.
it's like whatever they decide to do, whatever they put on the watch, I'm just gonna let them. They're the experts, you know. They're the designers. I'll leave that on, leave as is. If I want it different, then I'll get a different watch, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that you're willing to do that.
Well, it's not like it's a major modification, like taking the eye off the Cyclops eye. That's a major modification. But taking the case back off and swapping it out, I can easily swap it back when I want to have it back on. So
When you
I
want to
don't.
sell it.
Yeah, when I want
Yeah,
to sell.
exactly.
No, see, I have a feeling I might not sell this guy.
Oh,
One of the reasons is I did regret selling this pretty soon after I did sell it, because this was the watch I wore when my third son, so my third child, was born. It was unexpected. He came a month early, so I just grabbed what I had on the in the bedside drawer, and it happened to be this guy. I was planning to wear a Grand Seiko, one of the good Grand Seikos that I had. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll be wearing that to my son's birth, and it'll be great. It'll be an heirloom, and that plan didn't go as planned. And I wore the clean ocean, and so there's a picture of me. I think I posted it as my thumbnail. So there's a picture of me holding my son and the clean ocean. So it was a wrist shot. And so I don't think I'll let this go again. Again,
Famous
famous
last
last
words,
words.
yeah.
But I don't think I'll sell it again. This is actually my second rebuy. I did do it again once before, but we'll look into the chat and see what everyone's saying. Um, second, we're still talking about coffee here. Second cup coffee is good. I haven't tried second cup coffee. McDonald's killed Tim's coffee. I need pointers on a good Invicta. I want something with a strong man grip.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if you're trolling us with their advanced speed, but if you're serious, let us know. I need the Lord on my core, who's a hefty manly man's timepiece. I think he's trolling us. I gave my friend a Seiko turtle and had to rebuy the king turtle a few months later. Okay, that's a good reason to rebuy. It's not because of hastiness or impatience that you lost your turtle. It's a good cause. You gave it to someone and you rebought the watch. I think that's a good reason too.
Well, I think that's the interesting part of your rebuy is you went to go look for another watch.
Yes, yes, I forgot to mention that. I went to go see the King Seiko actually, the reissue. So I went to go see the SJE083, the King Seiko. But by the time I got there, it had sold. So I was just there, and I said, "Hey, I know you've got that King's, the Oris Clean Ocean there. Can I see it?" And they brought it out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it."
So they
So
didn't even have it in the case or anything. It was in back.
no, it was in the vault. So
Why is that? Why wouldn't you want to have that in the case? I don't understand that.
I don't know. I think it might be because it's a low number. Maybe they were saving it.
Oh.
I was going to ask you, Sanjay. Excuse me, Kevin. I didn't mean to interject like that. I was going to ask you, isn't that a part of that trilogy thing?
Yes. Yeah, it is. They did I think it was Save the Oceans, Save the Oceans trilogy. So there was the Great Barrier Reef, which is a 43 millimeter small seconds pointer date style watch, and I think there was a chronograph.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen people
monstrosity of-
online buy the set just to get the chronograph version and then
Yes.
sell the other pieces.
Oh my god.
Stop
Because the chronograph, the only way you could get that one is to buy all three at once. The other two, I think you could buy separately.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the box set is really expensive. I think
Yeah.
it was 15,000 Canadian. I'm not sure what it was in US.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays you could buy it for significantly less, but
Yeah.
I don't know what the original price was.
Yeah. So, what we talking about? The Clean Ocean? Oh, right, the rebuy. Yeah. So my rebuy was kind of hasty, kind of spur of the moment, which is what usually happens with me. I'm not planned or well thought out, but I tend to be. I'm gonna mute you a little bit, Eric, just because there's a bit of background noise. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up or something when it's all clear. But yeah, I am impulsive. I did not think this one through, but I'm glad I kind of stumbled and crashed my way onto it again. I don't think it will be suitable for me to sell it, considering I have a sentimental attachment to it now, and
So
I did before, but I
Sanjay,
sold it anyway.
that is your only dog in your collection, correct?
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah. Then that's a keeper, especially what you said about the story with the black dog. Yeah, definitely, it's a good one.
Yeah, and I don't know if I think this is the best bezel action of all the Oruses I've tried. Like it feels like a Submariner. I don't know if you guys have ever turned a Submariner bezel, but this feels like a Submariner. It's like butter. It's no, it's like popping bubble wrap. There you go, bubble wrap. So yeah, I really miss that. So back to the chat. Paul was saying he paid £243. I think he's talking about the Sarbo 6.5, the cocktail time. Kevin says Eric, he loved the Hydro Conquest review. All black ceramic was super cool. It was a really, really cool watch. If you guys haven't checked out Watch Once Over, he actually sent me a bunch of swag, as he calls it. I got a couple of hats. I got a Seiko watch winder as well. So it was very generous. Thanks, Eric. And we did lose Eric there. I'm sure he'll be back. But that was really, really kind of Eric to do. He just sent me a couple of things. I didn't ask for it. He didn't ask for anything in return. Really, really genuine guy. So check out his channel. He's he's a stand-up guy. Just don't sell. Preventative actions. That's so true. I feel like Keith is going to be the guy who never sells.
Well, even though I haven't sold, I think it's a good way to go if you no longer need the watch. I agonize so much over every purchase that hopefully that leads to not selling. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, as a watch reviewer as well, it's something you might have to do, especially if you're an independent watch reviewer. Like relying on ADs that give you or loan you the watch, that's one thing. But then it's like if you want to specifically review these watches, you need to buy them, and then it's like going to sell them. I think that's one of the things with some of the other channels, and why the flipping occurs, which I totally understand.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons. And I think because we flip so often, at least speaking for myself, because I flip so often, it becomes a habit in a sense, and it becomes really you kind of get dependent on it. I guess it's kind of the dopamine rush, as McMahon says, Jeffrey McMahon. getting addicted to the dopamine rush of of buying a new watch. Eric's back on, I think. Oh, maybe not. Oh, let's scroll down a little bit. I gifted my nephew a Speedmaster 1861 over a year ago, and now I want one so bad. Wow, that's a generous gift. Yeah, and 1861 is really nice. I think that one's with the solid case back, the Hesselite glass, Hesselite crystal. My goodness, you were fortunate, as after my wife's waters broke, I almost fired for leaving the retail premises open.
If someone fires you for going to the birth of your kid, it's probably not a place you want to work for, anyways.
No. All our kids have kind of come in the middle of the night.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, at like 1 a.m. So I'm like half asleep. I couldn't process that I wanted wanted my Grand Seiko. But yeah, there's a picture of me using my dive bezel. I had actually set it to 1 a.m. because that's when we went to the hospital, and it was I think it was over 24 hours until the baby came out. It kind of sucked.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, if you guys watch the Coombs, Dr. Coombs interview on Watchbox, he actually left his wife at the 24-hour mark to go to a Rolex boutique or AD just because he needed a break.
Oh my gosh.
It sounds horrible, but
He needed a break. What about his wife? That's the one. They're the ones that have it tough,
Okay.
not the guy just sitting there doing nothing.
yeah, he was poking fun at himself too. He was like, I got my phone. I'm cool. she's good. Yeah, so he wanted to get a Hulk, a Rolex Hulk, because his son was so big that, and he was a week late, and the labor was taking so long that he wanted to commemorate the occasion with the Hulk, pass it down to his son afterwards. I see your eyes rolling so far back.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. I feel like he will genuinely give it to his son when he gets to age 21 or something. He seems like a really stand-up guy. If you guys haven't checked out the Watchbox Dr. Coombs collector conversation, it's a really good listen. He has a bunch of cool stories, and yeah, give it a listen. People fell into the retail place and ran amok. There's some audio feedback. Hopefully, it's all
Yeah, I
all
think
good
that's a while
now.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a different room.
Yeah. Keith just needs to buy more watches. You'll learn to sell if you buy more.
Well, I'm trying to avoid that. Yeah, I'm not, I love watches, but I hate spending money. I hate buying stuff. So the fact that I have 4 is a victory in itself. So
Yeah. Chaz, good to see
Hey,
you.
Sanjay, how many watches do you have?
I think I have 8. I'm actually going to shoot the state of the collection right after this.
I've heard that
Oh,
before.
wow. Oh, I can't wait for that. That'd be awesome.
I'm waiting.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
just so I don't have any excuses, because I've been saying I'm going to do that for months now, and I haven't done that. So I'm going to do it right after this. I'm going to turn the camera around and shoot the state of the collection. That way it's done.
What about you, Watch Once Over? How many do you have?
11 currently,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
but it's my collection is very fluid.
Okay.
It's I'm only in love with my my new Longines I just bought last week.
Which one's that?
The full ceramic case, the black one. It's
Okay.
full ceramic case, ceramic bezel, ceramic dial. I just picked that up. I wore it for a week and I did the review on it. But
Okay.
yeah, I love it. Today is the first day I didn't wear it because I got called into work because a guy got in an accident. And I had to hurry up here, so I just grabbed a Seiko and jammed out. Yeah. So, but I love that watch so far. It's not for sale so far. So
Yeah. So Kevin and
sounds
watch habit. We're talking about the crispy sound of the bezel. I think. And then Kevin says, better try the decaf, comparing the apples to sub. It's just the bezel. It's
Just, you didn't even say the bezel, just the sound.
yeah. Just listen to that. It's so good. Canon, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. He's wearing the incredible SPGK 005 limited edition blue dial Mount Iwate manual wind. Oh, stunning watch. Good to see you, Canon. Withered Manscape regrets selling his Aragon aerial core. It was an auto, the kind that has a smooth second sand.
Aragon. What's it, Aragon?
I am not sure what that is. Aragon.
Anybody know what Aragon is? Oh.
I've seen some Aragons like just floating on the forums. They're really big watches.
Oh, yeah, really?
With really thick numerals, not numerals, indices.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not.
What do you mean? What do you mean by big? 50, 40, 45?
45.
Oh.
We'll have to look that up later. Need a GMT to help him through the labor. That's what I wanted to wear. I wanted to wear my SBGM 221, which I don't have anymore. But
so would you still have it if you wore it that day, you think?
I would think so, yeah.
Oh, well.
I got rid of the SBGM 221 in place of, what was it? I don't think it wasn't the SBGY. It wasn't my manual mount spring drive, but I think it was toward a significant purchase. So,
I got a question. Regarding your SPGM 221, and essentially, obviously, people who purchase GMT watches, they may purchase it because they're traveling, but a lot of people don't do that. So, what draws you to purchasing a GMT watch? Is it that extra complication, or what's in it for you?
That's a good question for me because I barely travel. I don't travel much at all. I work a lot and I'm a homebody. So GMTs make no sense for me to own, but I like the fourth hand. Usually it's an interesting hand when it comes to Grand Seiko. The SPGM 221 had a thermally blued GMT hand, beautifully done. Very nice shape to the hand as well. So I like the way it looked. I liked the convenience of going back and forth on the date and the fact that you can jump the hours. So it's a small thing that I'd use maybe once or twice a year. Maybe so tonight we're actually spring back? Fall forward. Spring forward? Spring forward. We're springing forward tonight. So if I had that, I would be springing forward pretty easily. But that's the only reason. The reason I have a GMT SBGJ 201. It's a white dial high beat GMT. The only reason I have that is because of the Mount Iwate dial and the case shape. And it's a nice package. If it had no GMT function, then I wouldn't really mind either way. I really like the dial, but yeah, it's a nice complication. It results in a jumping hour hand, which is really nice. And yeah, that's the only real reason. If I were to travel, which I'm sure I will at some point, I would use it. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys have any use for a GMT watch? Do you guys enjoy the thought of a GMT watch, or?
I use that for just the time difference because I'm in Arizona and my mother is in Atlanta, so I could a quick reference of where family is. That's the only reason why I ever used one. I never used one while traveling. So
yeah, I like the look of it. It just seems like something extra to have to set when you're setting your watch.
Yeah, it is.
It looks cool.
That's part of the fun, I think.
Right. True. Not if you're in a hurry. Otherwise, yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
fact that that one that you have has a blued hand. I love the ones, you know, with a white dial and the GMT hand is orange.
Yes.
You could do some really cool things with that.
Yeah. Paul really likes Dr. Coombs. He is very endearing. He's a very lovable character person. Almost back to New
Oh,
York.
I got a question. I got a big
Yeah.
question. It's something that has to do with me. I'm
Yeah.
excited about this. Do you guys got any watches that you don't tell anybody about or review? Because I got 3 of them that I've never reviewed, and people don't even know I own them. You got any of those?
Can't say that I do.
No.
Well,
Well, how come you don't
okay.
tell? How come you don't say anything about those?
I don't think I love them myself, but I don't think they're that interesting. One of them
Oh.
is a tungsten Movado, and then the other one is an Invicta that I use when I ride my motorcycle because I don't want to go down with an expensive watch if that happens, God forbid. And the other one is just like cutting the grass and stuff. So I never even thought about reviewing them. Maybe I should review my what is, the stuff Archie Luxury don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to say it. So,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying. I mean, so I do got a couple inexpensive watches that I've never reviewed, but I may review them now.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I know. I guess I've never reviewed my G-Shock. I've got a G-Shock red dialed Adrenaline Square. I've never reviewed it.
That's going to happen tonight.
It's one of the most enduring watches in my collection. I had it last year, and I still have it. I haven't flipped it.
Oh wow! Yeah. Okay, so what about you, Sands of Time? You got anything you don't share, or?
You reminded me because I was actually gifted this watch, and it's a brand called Titan. Yeah, you probably guys wouldn't have heard of Titan. It's an Indian brand, or it's like they own another brand called Fast Track, and essentially they make fashion watches. And it was a gift to me like 3-4 years ago. And before I got into watches, I was actually wearing that quite a lot. But now it's just sitting there in its box. Yeah, I don't wear it as much, but yeah.
How's it going, MD? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. How are you liking the ceramic Hydro Conquest, Eric?
Oh, I'm loving it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's awesome. Sanjay did wait, I think you commented that it had long lugs. You're correct. It does, but my wrist is almost about 7.5, so I could pull it off. But you are correct. If it was a 40 instead of a 43, it would be better for more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a nice watch.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Longines took away their 39 millimeter size. That was a really nice size. They used to have the Hydro Conquest in 39. I owned it for a brief period of time, for life. But yeah, it was a good size. It had long lugs, but it was offset by the fact that it was a 39 millimeter watch. They got rid of it. They now only have the 41 and up. So yeah, not sure why Longines is so stubborn. Everyone else is
right.
Yeah. Both Chaz are here with Lord out full throttle. Has anyone seen the new two-tone Hydro Conquests? I have not. How about you, Eric or Sam or
No?
Pete? No.
I think I've probably seen some configurations.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've seen the old two-tone Hydro Conquests. They had the plated polished center link was in gold. And I think the bezel was in gold too. It's been a while since I've seen that, but I've seen the old one. I have not seen the new one. Maybe, yeah. No one's seen it. Let's look it up real quick. Two-tone. right, let's see.
The one thing that's cool about Archie Luxury is that he has all the books. So if it's like he wants to find a reference of or what, he just takes his book out while we're online
Yeah.
trying to find it.
I think I have seen that.
Ooh, that's really nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, is that a green
like
dial?
Yeah, that's a great dial.
Oh, it's a grey dial. I thought it was a green dial. Okay. Wow.
That's a black one.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Little bracelet. Wonder if it's plated. No plate.
Gold PVD coated.
PVD, yellow gold PVD, rose gold PVD. That's a bit of a bummer, but probably keeps the cost down. Definitely keeps the cost down. Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
It does look good.
Yeah, Chad said we lose an hour tonight. It sucks. It really does suck.
I love springing forward. I love how it stays lighter out later.
I do
I'll
like
lose an hour anytime.
Yeah, I do like that. But once you have kids, you're gonna hate it because yeah, it messes everything up in the house. It's we've actually slowly started about a month ago. Slowly started putting the kids to bed a little earlier each
Okay.
night. So now they go to bed at 7 p.m. And so we'll quickly jump to 8 p.m., which is their usual bedtime. Tomorrow, I guess. We'll see how it goes.
I miss those days. I miss it, but I don't miss it. You know, my oldest is 30 and my youngest is 20. So
Oh, really?
you know, yeah, enjoy it. It goes fast.
Yeah.
I'll be 50. I'll be 55 in a couple months. So it goes really fast, Sanjay. Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the headache.
Yeah. No, there's a song that goes, "Cherish the moment. Soon you'll be apart."
Oh yeah, that's true.
Thing to the memory. I think there was a word that said, "Soon it won't be your time to hold a child anymore, so cherish the moment." So it's a real tearjerker of a song, but yeah, I'm like right now whenever I'm done work, I just hustle back home just to spend a few hours with the kids, just because all this time is just gonna be passed, right? And there'll be time to do everything else later. But yeah, they're only kids for a short while. Withered Manscaped wants to know which Invicta you wear on motorbikes. Oh, we lost Eric.
Oh,
he's back.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Bad internet connection in this office right here.
Yeah. Which Invicta do you wear on your motorbike?
It's a I don't even know what it's called. it's
Pro Diver?
No, it's not a Pro Diver. It's like a skull theme watch. It's a fashion watch. I can't think of it. I'm lost. It's not really worth thinking of. It's a $50 watch. It's a $50 watch. Yeah.
I've got a question for Eric. Would you ever consider wearing the Seiko Giuliani, the motorbike watch, the one where the dial itself is tilted by like 25, 35 degrees? Would that help you? Like if you were to look at the time when you're riding, you're not bothered with that?
I imagine I would, but I never even seen that before. I'm interested in that now. I've never seen that. You know the name of it?
Have you guys seen the I'll get the spelling out there. Spelling.
Sanjay, you ever hear of that? I never heard of this.
The Giugiaro?
You're the Seiko expert.
Yeah, I've heard of the Giugiaro. It's a favorite of TGV, one of his favorites. Giugiaro is a industrial designer, I think, or some kind of designer. Italian designer who designed a line of Seiko watches. I think most of them are quartz.
Oh, wait a minute! I did a review on one. I did a review on one maybe a year ago. I don't know. Yeah, I did a review on one. I do know the watch now. I thought he was talking about vertically tilts up. He's talking about side to side. Yeah, I know which one. Yeah, I know what it is.
Can you see my screen, or is it
Yep. We can see your screen.
Yep.
essentially
Yeah, I'm
it's one of
familiar.
these? The TGV is like big fan of these ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something I just thought of.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that for sure.
G-Shock's rule. You should review that thing. I guess I will. Yeah, I should. Not much. I don't wear it that much. It's my least worn watch in my collection, but it does come in handy when I'm mowing the lawn, when I go under the car, change brakes, change the oil. It's the watch I wear to beat up as it's intended.
I like the fact that you change your brakes and oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything Sanjay just listed, I do not do.
Sanjay's a Renaissance man. He does it all.
I think I've actually mowed a lawn once in my life. I've never changed brakes or my oil. I mean, it helps that I live in a condo and we pay an association to do it, but still.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things we were going to talk about. Actually, it's that we we are kind of middle class. We have these watches that are quite expensive, but it's not. There's a reason why we have them, right? We do. Like for me personally, this is my only hobby. I dabble in some technology, consumer technology, but this is my only hobby. So I can put a little bit of money into it, and everything else I do my own brakes as much as possible. Every repair, maintenance, everything I do myself. So yeah, that kind of allows for me to enjoy some of the timepieces that I do own. And I know, Keith, you were talking about that too. You save a lot of your money pretty.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm not a typical watch enthusiast because I'm not into the other stuff that other watch enthusiasts seem to be in. I don't care about cars at all. I'm not into knives. I'm blanking on the other ones. But yeah,
Chess.
Interesting.
Chess. I play chess every day. About 50 games minimum a day. That's
Wow.
Since I was 7 years old, I've been playing. Don't even look at the board no more. So that's my thing. That's my other passion is chess.
Yeah, and so that's the reason I can buy watches is because I'm not spending money on those other items. I'm thinking of other ones now that I see on other channels. People are really into sneakers. People are into musical instruments. I have a guitar, but I don't have a ton of guitars. I have a guitar. So yeah, unless you're someone with a lot of money, you can't have the nice house with the nice car with the nice clothes with the nice there's only so much money to go around, so focus on what's important.
I put a hole in one of my walls and I had to learn how to drywall, so yeah, there you go.
That's my focus. We pay a handyman to do stuff like that because that's one thing I'm not really willing to spend time on.
It's actually quite easy and enjoyable. It's really rewarding too.
Oh yeah.
I keep pointing at it and telling my wife, "Look, there used to be a hole there. It looks so good right now."
Yeah, I do that. I do stuff like that. That's simple, like the towel rack or the light above my dining room table. I did, which I still can't even believe I did. I have no idea how I did it, but
yeah.
But you do feel pride when you're done with it. That's for sure.
Yeah. So basically, that's kind of how what we do. I've had a few good deals that went my way. Like the El Primero was one of the big ones. The guy who bought it gave me almost twice what I paid for it. So
wow.
Yeah, so that was big. I got the El Primero for a screaming deal. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I was able to get a couple of Grand Seikos. And yeah, in the end, they're all expendable, right? Even my keepers are expendable if need be. I will shed a few tears if if they have to go, but but yeah, that's
Well, Peter C has a good question. Well, he said hole in the wall, angry over a bad watch deal. Can you say what caused the hole in the wall?
yeah, well, not really angry. Not proud of it. I did put my fist through it.
You know what happened if I tried to do that is my hand would hurt and the wall would be fine.
I was like, after I was like, what did I do? And I was like, why couldn't I hit the stud? I went right through the drywall. And I'm not an angry person. I just had a bad moment.
Everyone has one.
You know, I can't lie, right? So I refuse to lie, and I did put my fist through the wall. Yeah. What about you, Sam? How do you have anything to add? Eric, do you have anything?
I think if a lot of people buy G-Shocks to beat them, but I think my very first G-Shock was the full metal G-Shock 35th anniversary. So there's a stainless steel one, all stainless steel. And to be honest, I thought that was probably the most luxurious watch I ever owned when I first got it. I love the watch a lot. It was like the Audemars Piguet for me, you know. It was that good. I love the watch, you know. So that's just some fun thing.
Which one was that? The Casio or?
No. The full metal, the 35th, the square one, the DW 5600 in full metal, essentially.
Right.
So the very first G-Shock in metal, 31st anniversary.
Yeah.
It's actually a very nice watch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Peter says he can't imagine me angry. Hey, you know, I'm not a good guy. I have my weaknesses.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I can't imagine it.
Sanjay has that soothing voice, like that one watch reviewer. He puts me to sleep. I forgot his name. But he has a monotone voice. Who's that guy? Who is that guy? We got to get him on here.
Watchfinder. So
I was thinking Sanjay, Watchfinder. Who'd you say, Sam?
I said ID guy. There's another guy as well.
ID guy.
No, ID guy.
There's another guy.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't think it's my voice that puts people to sleep. It's probably the content.
No. It's I don't know his name. He talks in a monotone voice. If anybody knows, please chime in. But I know you know who I'm talking about, Sanjay.
Peter mentions SoCal. Miguel.
No, I don't think Miguel has a.
He talks like he looks at you at like this angle. I've been exploring the explorers, and guess what I found? I mean, he talks. It really puts me to sleep.
Huh?
What's his name?
What chronicler?
It might be him.
Really? British accent?
It could be him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. He should do therapy tapes or something.
Yeah.
To calm everybody down.
It can't be Armand, could it? Could it be Armand?
No, it's not Armand.
No.
Yeah, to me, you guys were talking about Watchfinder on your last Watch Soup stream.
Yeah.
I mean, the photography is great. It's just, man, that voiceover guy puts me to sleep. It's like,
you know what I realized with Watchfinder? He doesn't even talk about the watch. He's just watching his macro. That's somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like, my kid's here. Like, what is going on with that? But it is enjoyable. It is enjoyable.
I think a lot of people watch Watchfinder just for the stories and not just for the photography and videography, maybe.
Right.
But
to me, the content is usually pretty good of what he's saying, and the photography is good. It's just the way he talks is tough to get used to.
Yeah. Paul says he bought the Zin 104 back in 2014, fell in love with the white before the hype and bought that too. Had to sell one and sold the white. Want it back now, but not prepared to pay over. Ooh, yeah, that's a tough place to be in. I think it's safer if we just didn't sell our watches.
Right. I mean, that's where the rebuy is tough. You know, we mentioned to each other, Sanjay, that Jeff McMahon recently sold a watch, and he made a video of how he just bought it after he just sold it. He sold
Yeah.
it to Random Rob's channel.
Yeah.
I had Random Rob sell it, and his in a situation like that where he was able to go on Amazon and just rebuy the watch, that's one thing. But when you sell a watch and you want it back and it's really increased in value, that's when it really hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You'd have to really like that watch to buy it back.
I think it becomes a matter of deciding between, going into the unknown versus the known, because it becomes, you knew this watch. It was going back to the point where you made, Keith, where there's this ocean of different choices that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And we tend to go back to the ones that we've already experienced. And I think it's just, the known versus the unknown, taking another risk versus going back to something comfortable.
Right.
I think that's where the rebuy comes in. We want to go back to that comfortable thing. Like, it makes no sense for me to get this. I can't make another video on this. I mean, I'm sure I can.
I think you already have 3 of them.
Yeah, I'd have to milk it. Like, why did I buy the Clean Ocean again? But yeah, it makes no sense channel wise for me to get this, but it was, it's comfortable. I had the opportunity, and I just took it.
Yeah, I mean, kind of why me and my wife always go to the same restaurants, because I know I like it.
Yeah.
If I go to another restaurant, it could be better, but it could also be worse. It's a risk.
Yeah.
So the same thing could be with watches. You could rebuy a watch you love, or you really like at least, or try a different one and maybe you don't like it as much.
Yeah. The alternative to this that I was looking at was the Zen U50, because this, even though I didn't expect to buy it, it was in the back of my mind, because even you, Keith, and we talked about me going back and buying that watch. So this was in the back burner, but the U50 was in the running, and yeah, it just came out with this. Because they're closely priced, because you can't really get a discount on this anymore, because it's a 2,000 piece limited edition. They're really almost all out since it came out in 2019. So I don't know.
So
Have
you got 4, or you have 4 Oruses?
No.
Now he has 1.
2.
Oh, 2.
Yeah, I have the.
Wait a minute! No! You had more than that.
Oh, over time, over the past.
I thought you had about. From watching your videos, I swore I saw 4.
Yeah, I've had the Oris way more than 4. So I've had the bronze bezel Oris Diver 65. I had the Oris Diver 65 80th anniversary bronze case. I've had the the pointer date. Sorry, Big Crown pointer date. I've had the Big Crown pointer date, Roberto Clemente, the Oris Caliber 400, the popular one, the Clean Ocean once, Clean Ocean twice. So I've had a bunch. I've had the Pro Pilot. So yeah, I only have 2 left. So I have this one and I have the Pro Pilot. Yeah. Paul actually has the U50. He says, "Can I ask about the U50, which I know owned 2 years and whatever." I'm not sure I understand, Paul. If you don't mind rephrasing that question for us. Yeah, have you guys had any experience with the U50? Sam?
Well, the Zen50 not physically hold the Zen50, but in my opinion, yeah, it's going to be a very, very cool watch. So it's in a completely different spectrum to what the Oris is, because the Oris does feel more luxury. So the Zen is more understated, especially with the dial. The quality is there. It really depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for a diver that that has much more luxurious feel, or are you looking for something like on a completely other spectrum in truly watches with the regimented steel bezel, and the submarine grade steel,
Yeah,
They're,
yeah,
they're both
I
very
really like
nice. Yeah.
the U50, and Peter just mentioned that he liked the U50 as well.
Mhm.
One thing about the U50 is I think it's a better deal because you get the SW300, not the 200.
Yeah.
The Aquas has the SW200, so the SW300 is much thinner. The watch, the U50, is a beautiful 11 millimeters thin versus 14 millimeters, which is towering in comparison.
Yeah.
So I think the U50 is really a great value proposition.
I
Not
know a lot of U1 owners, so people who own a Zin U1, they
Yeah.
looked into getting Zin U50. They buy the Zin U50 instant flip because they want that thickness, which they don't get. It's that thin. The Zin U50 is really thin. They miss miss out on what they had with the Zin U1.
Yeah. Chad says lots of competition for the U50 at that price point. It's true. There's a lot out there at that price point.
Yeah.
And I think with the Tegament technology, that adds around $500, is it? I can't quite remember, but yeah, there's a lot of options. You can even, I mean, if you look pre-owned, you can get Omega Seamasters. Previous gen really, it's really, you really have to love it if you want to go for the U50.
Is it with Zin, with Zin watches in general, you don't really get discounts in it, do you, for them? It's just
No, yeah,
almost
you don't get many
retail.
discounts.
Yeah.
And it's going over list in the pre-owned market. It seems to be going over list, and it's hard to get. Yeah, it's weird. Keith, have you had any experience with Zin or?
No, I was just looking up that style of watches is way too tooly for me.
Yeah,
And I was looking up this probably the Zin that's stood out to me the most, and it's the Zin 105, which is kind of what I described earlier, GMT, with that orange GMT hand and the white background. That's about as tooly as I can go.
yeah. Withered Manscape is heading out for a quinoa salad and cashew milk.
I don't know if we're being trolled the whole time or not.
I really don't, man. I
Because
really
then
hope, I hope
he'll
you
ask
join our,
legitimate questions too sometimes. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's a big yeah.
I hope you join our
Well,
streams
well,
often, Withered Manscape. You're great.
yeah.
We love you.
Thanks.
um, Peter says, yeah, you really have to like the look to enjoy the U50. It is an acquired taste, maybe. It's it's got those. A few people have called them Minecraft hands. I don't know if you guys.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, they're kind of blocky. So
I like it. Yeah.
interesting look for sure. But yeah, I guess we've surpassed an hour. So I think since I'm gonna do my state of the collection video now, which is long overdue. I didn't even get to my first rebuy. That was the Seiko SPB
Oh yeah. And
04.
did you buy that twice too?
I bought it twice.
Yeah.
I bought it twice. Yeah. So yeah, just quickly, this is the enamel dial Seiko with the power reserve. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a little thick. It's a little big. I bought it the first time. Wore it a lot. Lots of sentimental value with it. Went on a few trips with my son, wearing that, and then I sold it to make space for a different watch, as the story goes. Missed it, bought it back on the pre-owned market, and this watch was beaten up. It was not taken care of, and I sold that one as well. And then I purchased it again recently, and I am ashamed to tell you guys that I sold it again.
Oh really?
Yeah, I sold it again. I again had the opportunity to sell it. I took it. Yeah, so I don't have that one anymore. It's gone.
I think
For
it's
the fourth time.
it's funny because that watch specifically is the one you said you won't sell again.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
I mean, I may have. I don't know anymore. But see, I think last time we were talking about it, we were talking about the white birch, right? And I was thinking about selling the enamel dial one again to put it toward the white birch. And I was saying, you know what? It's only like $700 US. I might as well keep it. but I did end up selling it. So yeah, there it's okay. My reasoning, this is the insanity in my head. The reasoning is because I now feel the Tudor Royal has more sentimental value than that Seiko. Because the Tudor Royal has more sentimental value, and it's a watch that gets such a strong reaction. I feel it can easily replace that Seiko, and so I don't think I'll rebuy it again. So after I had the Tudor Royal for a while, I had the enamel dial again for about a month and a half, 2 months. I was thinking, you know what? I don't think I'll wear this. I could pass it down to my son, but this Tudor Royal, it would be another one that has more sentimental value. Watch me sell the Tudor Royal next week.
I was gonna say.
Tune in next week to find that I've sold the Tudor Royal. But yeah, that's a quick crash course on my rebuy and resell on the enamel dial Seiko. Yeah, so that's it, guys.
Cool.
Do you have any shame that you want to throw my way, or?
No. You do you, Sanjay.
Yeah. I swear I'm done. I'm done with the rebuy. But yeah, well, guys, thanks for joining us. It was a fun chat. We'll see you next week, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Check out Watch Once Over. Eric, he was here a couple of times during the stream. I will put a link in the description. He's a great guy, great reviews. He has a really cool collection right now as well. Very fluid collection, similar to mine. But yeah, check out Sands of Time as well. Sam, thanks for joining us. And Keith.
Don't check me out. Just leave me alone.
Our friendly neighborhood watch enthusiast with no Instagram or YouTube channel. So, yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. I'll see you next week. Good night.
Adios.